Good morning, this is Dwayne, and over the last few sessions we've been taking up various left-hand bass styles, and today I want to take up left-hand bass styles number 6, which is called Handover Arpeggios. But first let me just kind of review where we've been so you can kind of get up to speed. We said that when you're playing a melody in the right hand, whatever it is, your left hand supplies a chord of some sort. Okay, it supplies a harmonic background, and that could be as simple as just holding a note like that. But we said that probably the first style you should learn is to strum the chord, the background. Okay, so that was number 1. Number 2 was a simple swing bass where we hit a low note and then a chord, a low C and then a C chord, or a low F and then an F chord. And the chord can be in any inversion. It doesn't have to be in root position. It can be root, first or second inversion, doesn't matter, okay? And that goes for 4-note chords too. You get like the SG7. You can play it upside down like that. It doesn't matter. Any inversion is fine. But that's a swing bass where you hit a low note, the low root, and then swing up to the chord and swing bass back to the bass and so on. Then we said there was an alternating bass, so we could hit the root and then the chord and then the fifth and then the chord, like this. And you've heard that plenty, okay? And then we said there was an Alberti bass, which based on the playing and writing of a guy named Alberti in the 17th century, I believe, where we take the bottom note, then the top note, middle note, top note, bottom, top, middle, top, bottom, top, middle, top, in a repetitive fashion, or bottom, top, middle, top, middle, top, middle, top, bottom, top, middle, top, middle, top, middle, top, bottom. So there's variations in all of these, and after we get done describing the basic styles, we will then combine them. And then we got on to the arpeggio, the arpeggio in 10th, where we break the chord up. Instead of playing the root, third, fifth, we play root, fifth, and then third an octave higher. So it's like this. If we were 4/4 time, we might do this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's better if you depress your damper pedal as you're playing those, so all those notes will blend together. If you don't depress the damper pedal, it'll sound like this. And while there's a place for that, if it's appropriate in a song, for example, if the rhythm is and so on like that, okay? But it's the same 3 notes, no matter what the rhythm is, okay? Then we said we could also do this. We could hit a low root and then the fifth and then third, and go back and forth in eighth notes: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So on like that, okay? So that was style number 5. Style number 6, that we're going to take up today, is our arpeggio, but it's called a handover arpeggio because you don't stop with the third. You bring your fingers over and play the higher notes of the chord, and it kind of varies on how much time you have, but like this. You've heard that style in and so on. Okay, so hand-over arpeggios. You play the low note, the fifth, the third, and then you bring your fingers over to the next note of the chord, whatever it is. And then it depends on the situation, but you can go back down the way you came up or any other way as long as you hit chord notes. I'm doing that on C. Let me do it real slow. Root, third, fifth. Root, fifth, third, fifth, root, fifth, third, fifth, root, fifth, third, fifth, root, third, root, fifth, third, fifth, root. In other words, you're dealing with those three notes, root, third, and fifth, but you stretch them out like so. They're open voicing down here. In other words, you're not hitting all the notes of the chord, but when you get higher, you can do that. You can go as high as you want, actually, okay? So, again, in application, you play it like this. When I first started out, I wasn't doing it right because I didn't have the rhythm clearly in mind, but gradually it dawned on me, so I realized I have time to do this. Time-wise, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and so it depends on what the time signature is, what the rhythm is, and so on. But that's the idea of a handover arpeggio. So that's number 6, and we'll continue again with this series next time we get together, maybe combining those 6 styles in various ways. So we'll see you then, and if you like this sort of thing, come on over to playpiano.com and sign up for our free newsletter on piano chords. You get a lot of instruction like this on a wide variety of piano playing subjects, usually on video. So thanks. Bye-bye for now. Hi, this is Dwayne again, and I'd like to tell you about a little book that I wrote a few years back. It's called Piano Chords and Chord Progressions, The Secret Backdoor to Exciting Piano Playing. And it's a terrific resource about chords. If you want to know more about chords, you ought to latch onto this book. It's just barely over $10, $11 I think it is. And it covers all the chords and chord progressions that I talk about in my videos. It's just a great, it's not a substitute for videos, of course, but or DVDs, but it's a great summary, and it's so inexpensive that it's well worth your while to get. Here's a table of contents. You can just look down here and see all the things it covers. Starts out with major, minor, diminished, augmented, 6th, 7th, and on to 13th chords and suspensions and alterations, and then gets on to chord progressions and so on. So it's a very thorough book, and it's got a lot of illustrations. I'll just toggle through a little bit, so you can, and there's the back cover. So it's worth your while to get. So hope you take advantage of that. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.